Well, tomorrow it's the turn of superhero Banana Man to combat evil wherever he may find it, as long as he can avoid the banana skins. That's at 4:10. Now, our Jackanory special for Halloween. And take care, because you never know what might happen when the night wind howls.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake.
Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn and cauldron bubble.
Witch rides off upon her broom, finds a space to park it. Takes a shiny shopping cart into the supermarket, smacks her lips and reads the list of things she needs.
6 bat wings, worms in brine, ears of toads 8 or 9, slugs and bugs, snakeskin dried, buzzards innards, pickled, fried.
Witch takes herself from shelf to shelf, cackling all the while, up and down and up and down and in and out each aisle. Out come cans and cartons tumbling to the floor.
This,
says Witch, now all a twitch.
this is a crazy store. I cannot find a single thing I'm looking for.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task for done. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, when the graves, all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide.
When the night wind howls and the chimney cowls, and the bat in the moonlight flies, and inky clouds like funeral shrouds sail over the midnight skies, when the footpads quail at the nightbird's wail, and black dogs bay at the moon, then is the spectre's holiday. Then is the ghost's high noon. Then is the ghost's high noon. As the sob of the breeze sweeps over the trees, and the mists lie low on the fen, from grey tombstones are gathered the bones that once were women and men. And away they go with a mop and a mow to the revel that ends too soon. For cockcrow limits our holiday, the dead of the night's high noon. The dead of the night's high noon.
Cat, if you go outdoors, you must walk in the snow. You will come back with little white shoes on your feet, little white slippers of snow that have heels of sleet. Stay by the fire, my cat. Lie still, do not go. See how the flames are leaping and hissing low. I'll bring you a saucer of milk like a marguerite, so white and so smooth, so spherical and so sweet. Stay with me, cat. Outdoors the wild winds blow.
Outdoors the wild winds blow, mistress, and dark is the night. Strange voices cry in the trees, intoning strange lore. And more than cats move, lit by our eyes, green light on silent feet where the meadow grasses hang hoar. Mistress, there are portents abroad of magic and might and things that are yet to be done. Open the door.
They said the house was haunted, but he laughed at them and said,
I've never heard such tittle-tattle as ghosts that groan and chains that rattle. And just to prove I'm in the right, please leave me here to spend the night.
They winked absurdly, tried to smother their ignorant laughter, nudged each other, and left him just as dusk was falling with a hunchback moon and screech owls calling. Not that this troubled him one bit. In fact, he was quite glad of it, knowing it's every sane man's mission to contradict all superstition. But what is that? Outside it seemed as if chains rattled, someone screamed. Come, come. It's merely nerves, he's certain. But just the same, he draws the curtain. The stroke of 12, but there's no clock. He shuts the door and turns the lock. Of course, he knows that no one's there, but no harm's done by taking care. Someone's outside. The silly joker. He may as well pick up the poker. That noise again. He checks the doors, shutters the windows, makes a pause to seek the safest place to hide. The cupboard's strong. He creeps inside.
Not that there's anything to fear.
He tells himself, when at his ear a voice breathes softly.
How do you do? I am the ghost. Pray, who are you? Sweet Suffolk owl, so trimly dight with feathers like a lady bright, thou singest alone, sitting by night. Do-it, 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 do-it. Thy note, that forth so freely rolls, with shrill command the mouse controls, and sings a dirge for dying souls. Do it, do it, do it.
But that was nothing to what things came out from the sea caves at Criccieth yonder.
Well, what were they? Mermaids? Dragons? Ghosts?
Nothing at all of any things like that.
What were they then?
All sorts of queer things. Things never seen or heard or written about. Very strange, un-Welsh, utterly peculiar things. Oh, solid enough they seemed to touch, had anyone dared it. Marvelous creation. All various shapes and sizes and no sizes, all new, each perfectly unlike his neighbour. Though all came moving slowly out together.
Describe just one of them.
I'm unable.
What were their colours?
Mostly nameless colours. Colours you'd like to see, but one was puce. Or perhaps more like crimson, but not purplish. Some had no colour.
Tell me, had they legs?
Not a leg or foot among them that I saw.
But did these things come out in any order? What o'clock was it? What was the day of the week? Who else was present? How was the weather?
I was coming to that. It was 3:30 on Easter Tuesday last. The sun was shining. The Harlech Silver Band played Mahochiesi on 37 shimmering instruments, collecting for Glenarvan's Fever Hospital Fund. The populations of Pwllheli, Criccieth, Porthmadog, Borth, Tremadog, Penrhyn Didrith were all assembled. Criccieth's mayor...
With all seasons dressings you try first is one dilemma. But what do you do when you're down to your last spoonful? Do you use it as a topping or as a filling? Has the flourish to a recipe